Stronger with age. The 7 habits that defy muscle loss and reclaim independence. Imagine being 80 years old and still hiking mountains, playing tennis, or effortlessly standing from a chair without a second thought. Now picture someone the same age struggling to lift a grocery bag, or needing help just to walk up a flight of stairs. The difference? It's not just genetics or luck, it's science-backed habits that preserve strength, protect balance, and restore independence. By the time most people reach their 80s, they've lost nearly half of their muscle mass compared to their youth. This isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's a condition known as sarcopenia, a silent, gradual loss of muscle that affects over 50 million older adults worldwide. And the consequences are far more than just looking frail. Every year, over 300,000 elderly people are hospitalized due to falls directly linked to muscle weakness. But here's the good news. New research published in the Journal of Physiology has upended the long-held belief that muscle loss is inevitable with age. It turns out, many people in their 70s and 80s have the muscle strength, mobility, and metabolic health of those decades younger. So what's their secret? In this deep dive, we're breaking down 7 powerful habits used by the world's strongest seniors, habits that are backed by leading institutions like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School. You'll discover what most doctors never mention, the daily mistakes that speed up muscle loss, and simple routines that can actually rebuild your body, no matter your age. Let's get started. Habit 7: Hormetic stress. The strength secret hiding in plain sight. Most people assume that aging equals decline. But what if the real reason we lose strength isn't time, it's comfort? The strongest seniors don't avoid stress, they harness it. More specifically, they use something called hormetic stress, short bursts of controlled discomfort that trigger powerful repair processes in the body. Cold exposure, heat, fasting, isometric contractions. These aren't just health trends, they're biological tools designed to keep us sharp and strong. Take cold exposure, for example. Just 30 seconds of cold water at the end of a shower can increase levels of adiponectin, a hormone that helps prevent muscle breakdown. Or consider the power of heat stress. In Finland, where sauna use is common, older adults who use saunas regularly have up to 40% less muscle loss. Why? Because the heat stimulates heat shock proteins, molecular defenders that reduce inflammation, protect muscle cells, and enhance recovery. Then there's intermittent fasting. When done correctly, narrowing your eating window to 8 to 10 hours a day can boost mitochondrial function and muscle regeneration, even without changing your calorie intake. Lastly, we have isometric contractions. These simple, effort-based holds, like pressing your palms together with full force, can spark the same muscle-building signals as a full resistance workout, but with almost no strain on joints. The key with hormetic stress is moderation. Too much can backfire. But done correctly, these small challenges reawaken our body's survival systems that protect our muscles and keep us biologically younger. Habit 6: Protein timing. The overlooked muscle multiplier. Protein matters. But when you eat, it matters just as much as how much you eat. As we age, we become less responsive to protein. This is known as anabolic resistance, and it means older adults need to be strategic about their protein intake. Most people eat very little protein at breakfast, slightly more at lunch, and then a massive serving at dinner. The problem? That's not how your muscles work. Muscles can only absorb and use a limited amount of protein at a time, about 25 to 30 grams per meal for most older adults. So if you're only getting a big dose at dinner, you're missing 2 other key windows of muscle synthesis. Instead, spread it out. Start the day with eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein shake. At lunch, choose lean meats, tofu, legumes, or fish. Dinner should round out your intake, not carry the whole load. One study from the University of Texas found that older adults who distributed their protein evenly built 1.2 pounds of muscle in just 12 weeks, with no changes in exercise, supplements, or total protein intake. Just better timing. This habit also helps with appetite control, blood sugar stability, and even cognitive performance. It's one of the simplest and most overlooked upgrades to any senior's routine. Habit 5: Vitamin D, the quiet killer of strength. Most of us know vitamin D is crucial for bone health. But very few understand its powerful role in muscle strength. Your muscle cells have vitamin D receptors. Without enough vitamin D, they can't contract properly, recover quickly, or maintain mass. Over 80% of adults over 65 are deficient. And since the body produces less D from sunlight with age, even time outdoors isn't always enough. Studies have shown that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels have 25% more strength, faster reaction times, and fewer falls than those who are deficient. But here's a twist. Vitamin K2 is essential too. Without it, vitamin D can direct calcium into arteries instead of bones and muscles, increasing the risk of heart problems. Foods like egg yolks, natto, aged cheeses, and liver contain K2, but many diets fall short. Aim for 2,000 to 4,000 IU of D3 daily, paired with K2, unless a blood test suggests otherwise. A simple nutrient correction can drastically improve your strength, balance, and independence. Habit 4. Chronic inflammation, the silent muscle thief. Inflammation doesn't always look like swelling or redness. The most dangerous kind is invisible, low-grade, chronic, and quietly stealing your strength. It's called inflammaging, and it happens when your immune system stays slightly overactive due to poor sleep, gut imbalance, stress, and processed foods. A study from Tufts University showed that seniors with higher inflammation lost muscle 3 times faster than those with low inflammation, even when diet and exercise were identical. What's the fix? 1. Sleep. Go to bed and wake at the same time daily. A dark, cool room improves hormone balance and reduces inflammation markers by up to 40%. 2. Gut health. Eat 30+ types of plant foods per week. Add fermented foods like kefir and sauerkraut. A diverse gut supports a calm immune system. 3. Exercise smart. Mix low-impact daily movement with just 1 to 2 short, intense workouts per week. Too much intensity backfires. 4. Anti-inflammatory nutrients. Omega-3s, turmeric, green tea, berries, and olive oil all help reduce internal stress. Want a snapshot of your inflammation? Ask your doctor for a HSCRP test. Keep your number under 1.0 mg per liter to optimize muscle preservation. Habit 3. Micronutrients, the unsung muscle heroes. Most people focus on macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats. But micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, are the behind-the-scenes team making everything work. Start with magnesium, vital for over 300 muscle-related reactions. Over 70% of seniors are deficient. It improves energy, recovery, and muscle function. Foods rich in magnesium include leafy greens, seeds, beans, and even dark chocolate. Next is creatine. While often associated with athletes, it's one of the few supplements proven to help older adults increase strength, brain function, and energy. Just 3 to 5 grams per day can make a difference. Don't overlook vitamin B12. Deficiency is common with age and can lead to muscle weakness, brain fog, and nerve problems. Look for methylated forms, like methylcobalamin, for better absorption. Also, prioritize trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and chromium, which help with muscle repair, insulin sensitivity, and oxidative stress. A micronutrient panel from your doctor can identify any gaps. Supplement where needed, but start with whole foods. Habit 2. Neuromuscular connections, the hidden link between brain and muscle. What if your muscle loss wasn't a muscle problem, but a brain problem? Your neuromuscular junction is the interface between your nervous system and muscles. After 60, this connection begins to fray. That's why seniors can lose strength, even if their muscle size doesn't change. To preserve this vital link. 1. Train for coordination. Activities like dance, tennis, ping pong, and tai chi keep your brain and body in sync. 2. Feed your nerves. Nutrients like alpha-lipoic acid, acetyl L-carnitine, and B vitamins support neuromuscular function. 3. Stimulate the vagus nerve. Simple breathing exercises. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, can improve parasympathetic tone and muscle activation. 4. Keep your brain active. Puzzles, reading, learning instruments, or language training all reinforce motor control. Studies show older adults who combine cognitive and physical training preserve motor function 30% better than those who don't. Habit 1: Progressive resistance training. If you only pick one habit, let it be this: resistance training. Researchers call it the closest thing we have to an anti-aging drug. Here's why. Muscle loss starts in your 30s. Without intervention, you lose 3–8% per decade, and more after 60. This loss affects your metabolism, balance, independence, and even cognitive health. But resistance training flips the script. A 12-week study from the University of Alabama found that older adults gained over 3 pounds of muscle and boosted strength by 35%, just from 2 30-minute sessions a week. Focus on 1. Intensity. Push to near fatigue with good form. 2. Compound movements. Squats, rows, deadlifts, movements that mirror real life. 3. Progression. Track your reps and resistance. Aim to do a little more over time. 4. Eccentric control. Lower weights slowly. It's safer and stimulates growth. And it's never too late. Seniors in their 70s, 80s, and beyond can rebuild muscle, reverse weakness, and regain independence. Aging isn't a sentence, it's a season. And with the right habits, it can be one of your strongest yet. Let's recap the 7 science-backed strategies used by the world's strongest seniors. 1. Hormetic stress. Use discomfort to spark growth. 2. Protein timing. Distribute your intake to maximize muscle repair. 3. Vitamin D. Support muscle signaling and strength. 4. Reduce inflammation. Heal from the inside out. 5. Micronutrients. Fuel the processes behind muscle recovery. 6. Neuromuscular health. Keep your brain to muscle connection strong. 7. Progressive resistance training. The cornerstone of lifelong strength. It's not about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about bending down without pain. Walking with confidence. Staying sharp, balanced, and capable, on your own terms. Whether you're 60, 70, or 90, it's never too late to get stronger than yesterday. The science is clear, and the path is simple. All that's left is to take the first step.